Hello, and welcome back to Daily Fast English.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Emma. We are here to help you learn English through natural conversation.
Today, we have a very useful topic for you. We're going to talk about restaurants, how to order food, how to talk to the waiter, and how to have a good experience at a restaurant in English.
This is so important because when you visit an English-speaking country, you will definitely go to a restaurant. Maybe you're traveling, maybe you're with friends, or maybe you're on a business trip. Knowing what to say will make you feel confident and comfortable.
Exactly. And even if you're in your own country, many restaurants have English menus or English-speaking staff. So this lesson will help you in many situations.
If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button. We post new videos every day to help you improve your English.
All right, Emma, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get started.
So, Emma, how are you today?
I'm feeling great, Jack. I'm a little hungry, actually. I didn't eat much breakfast this morning. How about you?
I'm good. I'm always hungry, so that's normal for me.
That's true. What did you do this weekend, Jack?
Well, this weekend was fun. On Saturday, I went to a new Italian restaurant with my friends. The food was delicious. We had pizza, pasta, and tiramisu for dessert.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I love Italian food. Was the restaurant nice?
Yes, it was very nice. The atmosphere was cozy and the waiter was friendly. But you know what? I had a small problem.
What happened?
I wanted to ask for extra cheese on my pizza, but I forgot the word for cheese. Can you believe that? I said, "Can I have more yellow thing?" The waiter laughed, but he understood.
Oh, Jack, that's funny. That's exactly why we need today's lesson. Sometimes we forget simple words when we're nervous or in a new situation.
Exactly. What about you? Did you go to any restaurants this weekend?
I did. On Sunday, I went to a breakfast cafe with my sister. We had pancakes and fresh orange juice. It was relaxing. We sat outside because the weather was beautiful.
That sounds lovely. Speaking of restaurants, I think it's perfect timing to talk about how to communicate at restaurants in English.
Yes, let's do it. Let's help our viewers feel confident when they go out to eat.
So, Emma, let's start from the beginning. When you arrive at a restaurant, what happens first?
Well, first, you need to enter the restaurant. Sometimes there's a host or hostess at the front. This is the person who greets you and shows you to your table.
Right. So what do they usually say to you?
They usually say something like, "Hello, welcome to our restaurant. How many people are in your party?" Or they might say, "Table for how many?"
Oh, I remember being confused by the word party the first time. I thought they were asking if I was going to a party.
Yes, in this context, party just means group. So if you're with 3 friends, you say, 4 people, please, or a table for 4.
Okay, so I walk in and the host says, "How many in your party?" I say 2 people or just me if I'm alone. Then what?
Then the host might ask, "Do you have a reservation?" A reservation is when you call the restaurant before and book a table.
And if I don't have a reservation?
You can say, "No, we don't have a reservation. Do you have any tables available?" Available means free or open.
What if the restaurant is full?
The host might say, "I'm sorry, we're fully booked right now. There's a 30-minute wait." This means you need to wait 30 minutes for a table.
Can I ask to sit in a specific place?
Yes, you can. You can say, "Can we sit by the window?" Or, "Do you have a table outside?" Or, "Can we sit in a quiet area?" Most restaurants will try to accommodate you if they can.
Okay, so now we have a table. The host shows us to our seats. What happens next?
The host will say, "Right this way, please," and walk you to your table. Then they might say, "Here's your table. Your server will be with you shortly."
Who is the server?
The server is the waiter or waitress. It's another word for the person who takes your order and brings your food.
Got it. So I sit down, then what?
Usually the server comes to your table within a few minutes. They greet you and give you menus. They might say, "Hello, my name is Sarah, and I'll be your server today. Can I start you off with something to drink?"
Why do they always ask about drinks first?
it's common in many restaurants to take the drink order first while you look at the food menu. It also gives you time to decide what to eat.
Okay, so they ask, what would you like to drink? What are some options?
You can order water, soda, juice, coffee, tea, or maybe wine or beer if it's a restaurant that serves alcohol.
What if I just want water?
You can say, I'll have water, please, or just water for me, thank you.
In some countries, you have to pay for water. What about in English-speaking countries?
In the US and Canada, tap water is free. You can say, can I have tap water? But bottled water costs money. In the UK and Australia, it's similar. Tap water is usually free.
Good to know. So I order my drink, then what?
The server says, I'll bring that right out, and gives you time to look at the menu. After a few minutes, they come back and ask, are you ready to order?
What if I'm not ready?
You can say, not yet. Can we have a few more minutes? Or we need a little more time. The server will say, of course, take your time, and come back later.
Okay, but let's say I am ready. How do I order food?
You can say, yes, I'm ready, or yes, please. Then the server might ask, what can I get for you? Or what would you like?
Do I need to say the full sentence, like, I would like the chicken?
You can, but it's also very common to say, I'll have the chicken, or can I get the pasta? Or simply, the burger, please.
What if I have questions about the menu?
You should definitely ask questions. You can ask, what's in this dish? Or is this spicy? Or does this come with salad? The server is there to help you.
I always want to know how big the portions are. How do I ask that?
You can ask, how big is this? Or is this portion large? Sometimes servers will say, it's a pretty big portion, or it's enough for 2 people to share.
Oh, sharing. Can I share food at a restaurant?
Yes, in most casual restaurants, sharing is fine. You can say, can we share this? Or we'd like to share the pasta. Some restaurants charge a sharing fee, but many don't.
What about special requests? Like, what if I don't want onions or I want extra sauce?
That's very common. You can say, can I have that without onions? Or no onions, please. For additions, you say, can I have extra cheese? Or could I get more sauce on the side?
What does on the side mean?
On the side means in a separate bowl or plate, not mixed with the food. For example, can I have the dressing on the side? Means you want the dressing separate so you can add it yourself.
Oh, I like that. I always want to control how much sauce I use.
Me too. Also, if you have allergies, it's very important to tell the server. You can say, I'm allergic to peanuts. Does this dish have peanuts? Or I'm allergic to shellfish.
That's really important. Safety first.
Exactly. Now, after you order, the server usually repeats your order to make sure it's correct. They might say, so that's 1 chicken sandwich and 1 Caesar salad. Is that right?
And I just say, yes, that's correct. Or, yes, thank you.
Right. Then the server says, great, I'll put that in for you, and takes your menus.
How long does it usually take for the food to come?
It depends on the restaurant and what you ordered, usually 15 to 30 minutes. If it's taking a long time, the server might come and say, your food will be out shortly, or just a few more minutes.
What if I'm waiting a really long time and I'm worried?
You can politely get the server's attention and ask, excuse me, we ordered about 30 minutes ago. Could you check on our food? Most servers are very understanding.
Okay, so the food arrives. What does the server say?
The server brings the food and says, here's your chicken sandwich, or who ordered the pasta, if they're not sure who ordered what.
And if the food is hot?
They often warn you by saying, careful, the plate is very hot, or be careful, this just came out of the oven.
That's helpful. So the food is in front of me now. What if something is wrong?
If something is wrong, you should speak up right away. You can say, excuse me, I ordered the grilled chicken, but this is fried. Or, I asked for no tomatoes, but there are tomatoes on this.
Will they fix it?
Yes, almost always. Good restaurants want you to be happy. The server will say, oh, I'm so sorry, let me fix that for you, and bring you the correct dish.
What if the food is cold or not cooked properly?
You can say, this is a bit cold, could you warm it up? Or, I ordered this medium, but it's too rare. Can you cook it a bit more? Again, they'll fix it.
Okay, good. Now let's say everything is fine and I'm eating. The server comes back. What do they say?
Usually, after a few minutes, the server comes to check on you. They ask, how is everything? Or, is everything okay? Or, how is your meal?
What should I say?
If everything is good, you can say, everything is great, thank you. Or, it's delicious. Or simply, good, thanks. If you need something, this is a good time to ask.
Like what?
Like, could I have some more water? Or can I get some extra napkins? Or may I have some ketchup?
Napkins are the paper you use to clean your hands and mouth, right?
Yes, exactly. In British English, they sometimes call them serviettes, but napkins is more common in American English.
Okay, so I'm eating, everything is good, I'm getting full. What if I can't finish my food?
That's very common, especially in American restaurants where portions are big. You can ask for a to-go box or a doggy bag.
What's the difference?
They're the same thing. It's a container to take your leftover food home. You can say, can I have a box for this? Or could I get a to-go box? The server will bring you a container.
Do I pack it myself?
Usually, yes. In casual restaurants, you pack it yourself. In fancier restaurants, sometimes the server will take your plate to the kitchen and pack it for you.
All right, so I'm finished eating. Now I want to leave. How do I ask for the bill?
You can get the server's attention and say, can I have the check, please? In American English, we say check. In British English, they say bill.
So check and bill are the same?
Yes, exactly the same. You can also say, we're ready for the check, or just make eye contact with the server and make a writing gesture with your hand. That's a universal signal.
Ha! I've seen people do that. So the server brings the check. What's usually on it?
The check shows all the items you ordered, the price for each item, the subtotal, the tax, and the total amount you need to pay.
What's a subtotal?
The subtotal is the cost of the food before tax. Then tax is added, and the total is the final amount.
And what about the tip? I know tipping is very important in some countries.
Yes. In the United States and Canada, tipping is expected. Usually people tip 15 to 20% of the total bill. The tip is for the server's service.
How do I calculate that?
A quick way is to take the total and multiply by 0.15 for 15% or 0.20 for 20%. Some people just double the tax amount as a rough guide. If the service was excellent, you can tip more. If the service was poor, you can tip less, but usually not less than 10%.
What about in the UK or Australia?
In the UK and Australia, tipping is not as common or expected. Sometimes people leave a small tip, like 10%, if the service was very good, but it's not required. Service charge is sometimes included in the bill.
How do I pay?
You can pay with cash or a credit card. If you're paying with cash, you can leave the money on the table with the check, or you can give it to the server. If you're paying with a card, the server will take your card, process the payment, and bring it back.
What if I want to split the bill with my friends?
You can say, can we split this? Or can we have separate checks? It's very common. Some restaurants can split the bill evenly, or they can make separate checks for each person.
That's helpful. So after I pay, what do I do?
The server will bring back your receipt or your card. If you're leaving a tip and you paid with a card, there's usually a line on the receipt where you write the tip amount and the new total. Then you sign it.
And then I can leave?
Yes, you can say thank you to the server, and they'll usually say, thank you, have a great day, or thanks for coming in. Then you leave.
What if I really enjoyed the meal and want to compliment the chef?
You can say to the server, the food was amazing. Please tell the chef it was delicious. The server will appreciate that and pass the message along.
That's nice. One more question. What if I need to use the bathroom while I'm at the restaurant?
You can ask the server or the host, excuse me, where is the restroom? Or where's the bathroom? In the UK, they often say, where's the toilet? Or where's the loo?
Loo?
Yes, loo is a British informal word for toilet. It's very common.
Interesting. Okay, I think we covered a lot.
We did, from entering the restaurant to ordering, to eating, to paying and leaving. It's a complete experience.
One thing I'm curious about, what if I want to make a reservation before I go to the restaurant?
Oh, good question. You can call the restaurant or use a website or app. When you call, you say, "Hello, I'd like to make a reservation."
What information do they need?
They'll ask, "For what day and time?" and "How many people?" You say something like, "For Friday at 7 p.m. for 4 people."
Do they ask for my name?
Yes, they'll say, "And what's the name for the reservation?" You give them your name, and sometimes they'll ask for a phone number in case they need to contact you.
What if I need to cancel the reservation?
You should call the restaurant as soon as possible and say, "I have a reservation for tonight at 7 p.m. under the name Jack, but I need to cancel it." They'll say, "No problem, I'll cancel that for you."
That's polite. I don't want the restaurant to hold a table for me if I'm not coming.
Exactly. It's respectful and helps the restaurant serve other customers.
All right, Emma, I think our viewers now have a complete guide to restaurant conversations.
I agree. Let's now look at some important vocabulary from our conversation. You know, Jack, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases about restaurants. Let's review some of the most important ones.
Great idea. Our viewers can learn these and use them next time they go out to eat.
First word, reservation. A reservation is when you call or book ahead of time to save a table at a restaurant. For example, I made a reservation for 6 p.m.
I always make reservations for popular restaurants. If I don't, I might have to wait a long time.
Me too. Another example, do you have a reservation? That's what the host asks when you arrive. You can answer, yes, under the name Emma, or no, we don't.
What if I want to use it as a verb?
Good question. You can say, I want to reserve a table, or I reserved a table. Both are correct.
Next word, menu. This one is simple, right?
Yes. The menu is the list of food and drinks that the restaurant offers. For example, can I see the menu? Or what's on the menu today?
Some restaurants have special menus, like a breakfast menu, lunch menu, or dessert menu.
Exactly. And sometimes there's a specials board that shows the special dishes of the day that are not on the regular menu.
Oh, I like trying the specials. Next word, order. This is very important.
Yes, to order means to tell the server what food or drink you want. For example, I'd like to order the chicken, or are you ready to order?
You can also use it as a noun. The server took our order means the server wrote down what we wanted.
Right, and my order hasn't arrived yet means the food I asked for hasn't come to the table.
Next word, waiter or waitress.
These are the people who serve you at the restaurant. Waiter is for men, waitress is for women. But nowadays, many people just say server for both.
So server is gender neutral. It works for everyone.
Exactly. For example, our server was very friendly, or I'll ask the server for more water.
Next word, appetizer. What does this mean, Emma?
An appetizer is a small dish you eat before the main course. It's like a starter. For example, we ordered soup as an appetizer. Or, would you like to share an appetizer?
In British English, they call it a starter, right?
Yes, that's correct. Appetizer is American English. Starter is British English. Same meaning.
What are some common appetizers?
Soup, salad, chicken wings, spring rolls, garlic bread. Small dishes to start your meal.
Yum. Next word, main course.
The main course is the largest and most important part of your meal. It's the primary dish. For example, for my main course, I'll have the steak.
So the meal usually goes appetizer, main course, and then dessert.
Exactly. The main course is also called the entree in American English. But be careful, in some other countries, entree means appetizer.
That's confusing.
I know, but in American restaurants, if you see entree on the menu, it means the main course.
Okay, good to know. Next word, bill or check.
This is the paper that shows how much you need to pay. In American English, we say check. In British English, they say bill.
For example, can I have the check, please? Or the bill is $50.
Yes, perfect. After you finish eating, you ask for the check or bill, and then you pay.
Next word, kip.
This is extra money you give to the server for good service.
Right. In the US and Canada, tipping is very important. Usually 15 to 20% of the bill. For example, I left a 20% tip. Or don't forget to tip the server.
You can use it as a verb too. I tipped the server $10.
Yes. Remember, in some countries, tipping is not expected, so it depends on where you are.
Next word, portion.
A portion is the amount of food you get, the size of the serving. For example, the portions here are very large. Or, is this a small portion or a large portion?
American restaurants are famous for big portions.
That's true. Sometimes one portion is enough for 2 people to share.
Next phrase, on the side.
On the side means separate, not mixed with the food. For example, can I have the dressing on the side? Means you want the salad dressing in a separate container.
Or, can I get the sauce on the side?
Exactly. It gives you control over how much you add to your food.
I love that. Next word, allergy.
An allergy is when your body has a bad reaction to certain foods. It can be dangerous. For example, I have a peanut allergy, or I'm allergic to shellfish.
It's very important to tell the server if you have an allergy.
Yes, absolutely. You can say, I'm allergic to eggs. Does this dish contain eggs? The server will check for you.
Safety is the most important thing.
Last word, to-go box.
This is the container you use to take leftover food home, right?
Yes, also called a doggy bag. For example, can I have a to-go box? Or, I'd like a box for this, please.
Why is it called a doggy bag?
In the past, people were sometimes embarrassed to take food home, so they said it was for their dog. But now everyone knows it's for yourself, and it's completely normal.
I always take my leftovers home. I don't like to waste food.
Me neither. It's smart and saves money.
All right, let's review all the vocabulary one more time.
Yes, we learned reservation, booking a table ahead of time, menu, list of food and drinks, order, to request food, waiter, waitress, server, person who serves you, appetizer, small dish before main course, the primary dish, bill or check, paper showing the cost, tip, extra money for service, portion, amount of food, on the side, served separately, allergy, bad reaction to food, and to-go box, container for leftovers.
Perfect summary, Emma.
Okay, Jack, that was a lot of talking about restaurants and how to communicate in English.
Yes, we covered so much, but I think it's really helpful.
I agree. Let's think about what we learned today. Let's break it down into simple steps.
Good idea.
First, we learned about arriving at the restaurant. When you enter, the host greets you and asks, how many people? Or, do you have a reservation? You respond with the number of people and whether you booked ahead. You might also ask, can we sit by the window? If you have a preference.
Right. Then the host shows us to our table.
Exactly. Then we talked about meeting the server and ordering drinks. The server introduces themselves and asks, can I start you off with something to drink? You can say, I'll have water, please, or order any drink you like.
After that, we look at the menu and order food.
Yes. When the server asks, are you ready to order? You can say, yes, I'll have the chicken. Or ask questions like, what's in this dish? Or, is this spicy? You can also make special requests like, no onions, please. Or, can I have extra sauce?
Then we wait for the food to come.
Right. And when the food arrives, the server might say, careful, the plate is hot. If something is wrong with your order, you should speak up politely and say, I ordered this without tomatoes. Or, this is cold. Can you warm it up?
Then we eat and enjoy our meal.
Yes. The server will check on you and ask, how is everything? You can say, it's delicious, thank you. Or ask for anything you need, like, can I have more water? Or could I get some extra napkins?
After we finish, we ask for the check.
Exactly. You say, can I have the check, please? The server brings the bill, and you pay with cash or card. Don't forget to leave a tip in countries where it's expected, like the US and Canada.
And finally, we say thank you and leave.
Yes. You can also compliment the food by saying, please tell the chef it was delicious. Then you leave the restaurant. See? It's really simple when you break it down.
And if we use the phrases we learned today, we'll feel confident and comfortable.
Absolutely. The key is to be polite, speak clearly, and don't be afraid to ask questions if you don't understand something.
Now we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes. Our question of the day is, what is your favorite type of restaurant and what do you usually order there?
Ooh, good question. Let me answer first. My favorite type of restaurant is Italian. I love pizza and pasta. I usually order margherita pizza with extra cheese and a side salad. It's simple but delicious.
Nice choice. For me, I really enjoy Thai restaurants. I love the flavors. I usually order green curry with chicken and jasmine rice. Sometimes I get spring rolls as an appetizer. The combination of spicy and sweet is perfect.
See, we have different answers, and that's okay. Everyone has different tastes.
Exactly. So, viewers, we want to know about you. What type of restaurant do you like? Is it Chinese, Mexican, Indian, Japanese, French? Or maybe you like burger restaurants or steakhouses?
And what do you order? Tell us your favorite dish.
Please tell us in the comments. You can write something like, I love Chinese restaurants. I usually order fried rice and dumplings. Or, my favorite is Japanese. I always get sushi and miso soup.
We want to know because it helps us understand what you're interested in, and it also helps you practice writing in English.
Yes, writing your answer is great practice. So please take a moment and leave a comment below.
We read all the comments, and we really appreciate when you participate.
Okay, let's finish up. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson about restaurant conversations.
We hope you learned a lot and feel more confident about eating at restaurants in English.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps us.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you won't forget to join us for new lessons every day.
You are all great students. We're so proud of your hard work.
Keep practicing. Remember, making mistakes is okay. It's how we learn. The more you practice, the better you'll get.
And next time you go to a restaurant, try using some of the phrases we taught you today. You'll feel more confident.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect.
Have a wonderful day, evening, and night, everyone.
Take care of yourselves.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.